Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Itipiso Bhagava Arahant Samma Sambuddho Vijjacharana Sampanno Sugato Lokavidhu Anuttaro Puresa Dhamma Sarathi Sattha Deva Manussanang Buddho Bhagavati. Honor to him, the Blessed One, the Worthy One, the fully enlightened one. My utmost respect to the perfectly enlightened Samma Sambuddha, the noble doctrine of the Buddha, and the noble Mahasangha, the disciples of the Buddha. Hello everyone, welcome to our Sunday morning Dhamma Talk series, and today I actually want to share with you a very special session, how to practice Buddhānussati bhavana. Buddhānussati. Buddha is the enlightened one, the perfectly enlightened Samma Sambuddha. And Anu and Sati means contemplating on the Buddha. So there are different Anusati bhavanas in Visuddhimagga. According to Visuddhimagga, there are beautiful explanations if you want to learn more about Buddhānussati bhavana. Actually, there are some more resources where we can learn about the Buddhānussati. And most popular one is the Chaturarakkha bhavana, where you find Buddhānussati, Mettanussati, Asubhanussati, and Marananussati. So contemplating on the Buddha and the Metta and the Asubha and the Marana, the death. And we also have different recollections on the Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha, Sila, Chaga, and Devata. So these are different ways we can find how to practice Buddhānussati. These are some of the resources that we can find Buddhānussati. Buddhānussati bhavana is a very powerful way. So the four recollections are actually very famous. Contemplation on the Buddha, contemplation on loving kindness, contemplation on foulness of the body, and contemplation on death. And here, most famously that we use to think of the Buddha's noble qualities, there are immeasurable qualities of the Buddha. We really can count how many qualities are there. We can really measure. It is uncountable, it is immeasurable. But we have used this Gatha or Pali stanza to condense some of the most famous or distinct qualities of the Buddha. We call 9 qualities of the Buddha. When we use this as a chanting or paying homage to the Buddha, we say, Itipiso Bhagava Arahant Samma Sambuddho Vijjacharana sampanno Sugato Lokavidhu Anuttaro Purisa Dhamma Sarathi Sattha Deva Manussanam Buddho Bhagavati. So the meaning of this beautiful stanza is, such indeed is the Blessed One, exalted, omniscient, endowed with knowledge and virtues, well gone, knower of the worlds, an incomparable charioteer for the training of individuals, teachers of gods and men, enlightened and holy. And if we break up this stanza, Arahant means exalted, Samma Sambuddha means omniscient, Vijja Charana Sangpanno, endowed with knowledge and virtues, Sugato, well gone, Lokavidhu, knower of the worlds, Anuttaro Purisa Dhamma Sarathi, an incomparable charioteer for the training of individuals, Sattha Deva Manussanam, teacher of gods and men, Buddha, enlightened, Bhagava, blessed. And we can take any one of these virtues, noble qualities of the Buddha, practice, either contemplating on one quality of these, or we can contemplate on all these qualities of the Buddha. I will talk more about how to practice little later. So Arahant means the Buddha totally eradicated all mental defilements. No greed, no hatred, no delusion. How did he do that? Through the Noble Eightfold Path, Arya Attangika Magga. And he did not harbor any defilements, even secretly. That is some of the most distinguished accomplishments of the Blessed One. Even secretly, he would not commit any defilement, any mistake, any sin, any bad deed. The Buddha is also Arahant because he has destroyed the spokes of the wheel. We call it Araka, spokes of the wheel of existence, and is most worthy of receiving veneration and requisites from humans and celestial beings. There is no one to receive requisites or veneration from anyone else other than the Buddha. He is such an amazingly powerful spiritual master. Therefore, we can simply say the Buddha is the worthiest one of receiving veneration and requisites. So, not only humans, but also celestial beings. There are 5 reasons for the Buddha's accomplishments. Because of remoteness from all defilements, we call it Araka. Because of his enemies or defilements have been destroyed, Arihata. Ari in Pali means enemy. Hatha is to kill or destroy. So this Arihanta is also a killer of defilements. He has destroyed all enemies in the sense all defilements. So Arihanta, that way also it is called Arahant. spoke have been destroyed. That is, again, spokes for existence. No more birth after this. Because of his worthiness, as I mentioned, worthiness of requisites, not only from humans but also celestial beings. Therefore, he is called Arahant. Because of absence of secret evil doing, Raha Bhava. And these are the five reasons why we call himself as an accomplished, as a worthy, as an enlightened being, Arahant. Arahant is the first. So, Arahant, if I go more into detail, according to Visuddhimagga, page number 206, a man remote indeed we call, from something he has not, or not all, the Saviour too that has no stain, may well the name accomplished, Arahanta, gain. And then Ari is explained here in this beautiful stanza. The enemies that were deployed, greed and rest, have been destroyed, Hatha, by his the helper's wisdom sword. So he is accomplished, Arahanta, all accord. And in Visuddhimagga 209, page number 209, it is mentioned, the spokes, Ara, of rebirth's wheel have been destroyed, Hatha, with wisdom's weapon keen. By him, the helper of the world, and so accomplished, Arahanta is called. This is Araha as the worthy person. So he is worthy, the helper of the world, of homage paid with requisites. The word accomplished, Arahanta, has this meaning in the world. Hence, the victor is worthy of that world. Visuddhimagga, page number 210. And number 5, no secret evil deed may I claim. An author so august, the name accomplished Arahanta is his deservedly by absence of such secrecy, Rahabhava. Visuddhimagga 210, page number 210. So these are the 5 reasons why we call the Blessed One as Araha. An Araha accomplished. 5 reasons together it is put in page number 210. The sage of remoteness unalloyed, vanquished defiling force deployed, the spokes of rebirth's wheel destroyed, worthy of requisites employed. Secret evil he does avoid. For these 5 reasons he may claim this word accomplished for his name. Now, the second noble virtue of the Buddha is called Samma Sambuddha. Samma Sambuddha means the perfectly enlightened one. Samma, perfectly. Sam, by himself, without a teacher. Buddha, enlightened one. So the Buddha was a self-enlightened and perfectly enlightened Samma Sambuddha. Therefore, he is very special, Samma Sambuddha. We do have 2 more Buddhas, Arahanta Buddha and Pacceka Buddha. Samma Sambuddha is self-enlightened, perfectly enlightened. And Pacceka Buddha also is self-enlightened, but with lesser capacity. Arahanta Buddha also is enlightened, but with the help of the Buddha. It is said, out of the paramitas, Samma Sambuddha fulfills paramita, upaparamita, and paramatha paramita. That way he fulfills 30 paramitas. Pacheka Buddha fulfills paramita and upaparamita. That way he fulfills 20 paramitas. Arahanta Buddha fulfills paramita. 10 paramitas are fulfilled by the Arahanta person. So you can see why Samma Sambuddha is so important and so rare is the appearance of the Buddha. Dullabohi buddhupado lokasmin. It is so difficult so rare to find a Buddha. During the last 2500 years, we had only one Samma Sambuddha in the world. And during this eon, we call Mahabhadra Kappa, we have 5 Buddhas. It is said Mahabhadra Kappa is the only eon where you find the most number of Buddhas. We had Kakusanda Buddha, Konagamana Buddha, and Kassapa Buddha, and Gautama Buddha. We already saw them within this eon, this Bhadra Kappa. There is one more Buddha to come in this Bhadra Kappa, that is Metteyya Buddha. And therefore this eon is so blessed by the presence of 5 Buddhas, Samma Sambuddhas. There can be some eons where there are like 3 Buddhas or 2 Buddhas or single Buddha. Or there are many, many more eons where there is no single Buddha, not even a single Buddha. So we are so lucky and so fortunate to see the Dhamma within this Bhadra Kappa by the presence of 5 great Samma Sambuddhas. So it is our duty to walk along this path and get rid of this samsara. He is fully enlightened Samma Sambuddha because he has discovered Buddha all things rightly, therefore Samma, and by himself, therefore Sahamang. Samma Sambuddha is defined this way as well. What must be directly known is directly known. What has to be developed has been developed. What has to be abandoned has been abandoned. And that Brahmana is why I am enlightened. According to Sutta Nipata 558, this is how the Buddha explained about himself. In Visuddhimagga page number 11 also you can find this. Vijja Charana Sampanno is the next quality. Means the Buddha was endowed with supreme knowledge and perfect conduct. Vijja Charana Sampanna. And this is also another special quality of the Buddha. 3 kinds of clear vision are mentioned in Bhayabhairava Sutta and Majjhima Nikaya, and 8 kinds of clear vision are explained in Ambatta Sutta of Digha Nikaya. Vijja Charana Sampanna. If you want to learn more about the Vijjas of the Buddha, the clear visions of the Buddha, these 2 suttas are really very powerful resources. And then Charana is the conduct. There are 15 charanas, so 15 virtues. So within these 15 virtues, we can see restrained by virtue, guarding the doors of the sense faculties, knowledge of the right amount in eating, and devotion to wakefulness. Also, seven good states. Seven good states means faith, conscience, shame, learning, energy, mindfulness, understanding, and last but not least, four jhanas of the fine material sphere. So these are the 15 virtues that we find in the Vijayacharana Sampanna quality of the Buddha. Sugato, Sugata, well gone, means the Buddha went on the correct path, noble eightfold path, after fulfilling the perfections, 10 perfections, and then furthermore Upaparamitas and Paramatta Paramitas. And thus he attained the complete liberation, the full the fully liberated status, Nibbana. It also means the Buddha always maintained the right speech that was true, correct, and beneficial, whether or not it was agreeable to or welcomed by the others. This, this is why the Buddha, Samma Sambuddha, is called Sugata. Sugata is also mentioned again, explained again, because of Sobhana Gamana, because of a manner of going that is good, because of being gone to an excellent place, Sundarang Thanang Gatatta, because of having gone rightly, Samma Gatatta, because of enunciating rightly, Samma Gadatta. So these are again why he is called Sugato, well gone. Lokavidhu, Loka and Vidhu. Loka means world, Vidhu means know. So here, Lokavidhu means the Buddha had perfect knowledge of all the existing worlds, their origin and cessation. There are three different world systems. The world of formations or conditioned things, we call it Sankhara Loka. And the world of beings we call Sattaloka. And the world system spread in immeasurable space and time we call Okasaloka. So the Blessed One, the perfectly enlightened Samma Sambuddha, is the knower of all these three different world systems. He has the perfect knowledge of all the existing worlds and their origin and their cessation. That is why he is called Lokavidhu. He has known the world in all ways, for the Blessed One has experienced, known, and penetrated the world in all ways as to its individual essence, its arising, its cessation, and the means of its cessation. Therefore, the word Lokavidhu is very, very specific in the Buddha's qualities. Anuttaro Purisa Dhamma Sarathi, this word, some people pronounce as Purisa Dhamma Sarathi, which is incorrect. This is Purisa Dhamma Sarathi. Anuttaro, excellent, unparalleled. Purisa Dhamma, taming the persons. Sarathi, like a charioteer. This means the Buddha was an incomparable trainer of beings who were tamed through his wisdom and compassion. Panya and Karuna, these are the two most important qualities, distinguished qualities of the Buddha. And he used these very powerful tools to tame many devas and manusas and yakas and other sentient beings, very powerful ones, such as Angulimala, such as Alavaka, such as Baka Brahma. So among humans, among demons, and among celestial beings, also there were some who were very difficult to tame, and Buddha used them as to make his um, wisdom and compassion, using wisdom and compassion to control them, and were directed to the path of liberation from the cycle of birth and death. That is why he is so important. Anuttaro Purisa Dhamma Sarathe. He surpasses the whole world in the special quality of virtue, sila, concentration, samadhi, and understanding, panya, and deliverance, vimutti, and knowledge and vision of deliverance. He had all these capacities, all these qualities, and therefore the Blessed One, Samma Sambuddha, is called Anuttaro Purisa Dhamma Sarathe. Sattha Deva Manusana. Sattha is teacher. Deva is celestial being. Manusa means humans. So he is a teacher of both gods and humans. Means the Buddha was the teacher and leader of humans and celestial beings. He teaches by means of the here and now, of the life to come, and of the ultimate goal, according as befits the case. Thus he is the teacher, Sattha, Sattha Deva Manusana. So Buddha means the Buddha was the enlightened one by realizing the Four Noble Truths through his own effort, without any other's help, with no guidance from anyone else, and through compassion and loving kindness. He taught others, both humans and non-humans, how to attain the Nibbana, the complete eradication of all craving or of all defilements, and liberate themselves from this samsara, or the cycle of birth and death. The Buddha knew all things to be known, cultivated all things to be cultivated, and destroyed all things to be destroyed. Bhagava means the Buddha was the Blessed One, the highest of all beings, endowed with supernormal and superhuman intellectual faculties, and by realizing the Four Noble Truths, destroyed the state of becoming or rebirth. The Buddha expounded the Dhamma and was the noblest of all the noble and venerated by human and celestial beings. The Bhagava also is very, very special. He is the reverend one. Garu has blessings. Bhagi is a frequent bhaji, a possessor of what has been analyzed. Vibhattava. Therefore, he is called Bhagava. And he has caused abolishing Bhagga. He is fortunate, Bhagava. He has fully developed himself, Subhavita Subhavitattano in many ways. He has gone to the end of becoming Bhavantago, Bhavantago, end of becoming. Thus he is called Blessed One or Bhagava. This explanation is found in Visuddhimagga, page number 225. So, recollection of the Buddha's qualities is one of the 10 recollections out of the 40 meditation objects for concentration meditation. We know like there are 40 meditation, samatha meditation techniques, and out of them, 10 recollections are there. Buddhānussati is one of them. It increases the respect and reverence for the Buddha. It increases the confidence and faith in the Buddha and his enlightenment when we practice Buddhānussati. These are some of the attributes that we can gain. And this Buddhānussati is practiced at the start of a meditation session with another primary meditation object as the mindfulness of breathing meditation. For example, if you want to practice Anapanasati Bhavana, contemplation on breathing in and breathing out, Buddhanusati meditation can be used as the supplement. It's a perfect introduction to Anapanasati because it increases our respect and reverence for the Buddha, and it increases our confidence and faith in the Buddha and his enlightenment. And also, when we do that, it helps our anapanasati meditation really powerfully. Our motivation, our faith, and primary meditation can have a better frame of mind if we start with Buddhanusati. And also, when we think of the Buddha, this thing happens to us. We can overcome feelings of boredom. Sometimes when we meditate, we feel bored, we feel lazy, lethargic. Thina midda can come to us. Sloth and torpor is a powerful hindrance. And when we practice Buddhanusati, when we think of the Buddha himself, Buddha's qualities, we feel so energetic and enthusiastic. So we can get rid of lack of interest in the meditation. We can practice more comfortably and confidently and skillfully and energetically when we practice Buddhanusati. And it can lead to joy and gladness. Of course, when you think of the Buddha, we feel so happy and glad. We feel so joy and glad. We don't feel sorry or we don't feel angry. We don't feel lazy when we think of the Buddha's qualities. And it inspires the meditator's mind to continue with the meditation. Therefore, practicing Buddhanusati has so many wonderful, wonderful qualities. Meditator should aim to have an image of the Buddha in one's mind, and it can be an imaginary image of the Buddha, or you can sit in front of a statue of the Buddha while meditating until the mental image is formed. So that is your meditation object, the nimitta. And reflecting on all the 9 qualities first, and then choose one quality to continue reflecting. Or start with one quality and then go on to reflect on all the 9 qualities. That is how we can practice Buddhanusati. Rather than just repeating the word verbally or mentally, we need to contemplate, we need to think, we need to intellectually, mentally think of the Buddha's wholesome qualities and then we try to inculcate those qualities within us. Reason as to why a particular quality is associated with the Buddha, we need to think of why and how powerful was the Buddha when he has Arahant, such worthiness, how powerfully he has completely eradicated all forms of defilements, how powerfully he has got rid of this araka, the existence of rebirth circle, how powerfully he has become worthy of being respected, venerated by all beings, by both humans and non-humans, how powerfully he has been able to purify himself by not having any mistake or any sin, any evil deed, even secretly. So, when we think of this, when we contemplate on these qualities, it can really make you a very stronger person, powerful person, and spiritually wholesome, rich person. This is why we need to practice Buddhānussati. And this way, I hope you can feel benefited with this Buddhānussati. And I hope um, the sharing can be very helpful to all of you to practice Buddhānussati. So with that, maybe for a while we can practice Buddhānussati, and I would like to invite all of you to practice Buddhānussati for a while then. Please take a seat, sit comfortably, and keep your palms one on the other, right palm on the left palm, and connect your two thumbs gently and place them on your lap. And then straighten your back and the head accordingly, and then relax your shoulders and close your eyes. You can look at the Buddha statue if you have, or you can imagine a Buddha statue or a Buddha image that you have seen, your favorite Buddha statue, your favorite Buddha image, according to your tradition, according to your culture. These Buddha statues or images can be different. So you can think, contemplate on these Buddha statues. And then you can close your eyes if you want, and then focus. Think of the Buddha qualities. So I would like to actually um, lead you or guide you towards this um, Buddhānussati meditation. You can just close your eyes and think of these Buddha qualities. I would like to um, read this Navaguna Vandana here. Okay, close your eyes. Now think of the Buddha's amazing qualities. How Buddha has sacrificed his life and energy for the well-being, for the happiness of the many. He had the opportunity to liberate himself, to attain the Nibbana 23 Buddhas ago, when he was a Brahmin young man called Sumedha in the Dipankara Buddha's time. But he decided otherwise. He did not want to become Arahant all by himself. He was thinking, he was concerned about all of us. Out of great compassion, Karuna, Maha Karuna, he jumped back into the samsara. He wanted to fulfill all paramitas, perfections, to attain the supreme bliss of Nibbana, the perfect enlightenment, Samma Sambuddha, so that he could help so many millions and millions of humans and celestial beings and other sentient beings. Therefore, he wanted to come back to the samsara. Because of this wonderful, amazing sacrifice by the Buddha, we need to be respectful, we need to be grateful and thankful to the Buddha forever for showing us the path to come out of this ignorance of darkness, to come out of this sansaric circle. Thinking thus, out of compassion for the Buddha, we will practice Buddhānussati meditation. Arahant arahoti namena Arahang papang nakaraye Arahatta phalang patto Arahang namate namo. By name he is Arahant as he is worthy. Even in secret he does no evil. He attains the fruit of arahantship. To thee, the worthy one, my homage be. Samma Sambuddha jnanena Samma Sambuddha desana Samma Sambuddha lokasmin Samma Sambuddha te namo. By name he is Samma Sambuddha. The teaching is of the Samma Sambuddha. A fully enlightened one is he in the world. To thee, the fully enlightened one, my homage be. Vijjācarana sampanno tassa vijjāpakāsitā atita nāgatuppanna vijjācarana te namo. He is endowed with wisdom and knowledge. His wisdom is made known. The past and the future he knows. To thee who is endowed with wisdom and courage, my homage be. Sugato sugatattanam Sugato sundarang picha Nibbanang sugating yanti Sugato namate namo. He is Sugato, being self-disciplined, being good. He is Sugato. He has gone to the good state of Nibbana. To thee, the Sugato, my homage be. Lokavidhu namena Atita nagate vidu Sankhara sattamokase Lokavidhu namate namo. By name he is Lokavidhu. He knows the past and the future. Things, beings, and space he knows. To thee, the knower of worlds, my homage be. Anuttaro jnana silena yolo kassa anuttaro puja lokasmin tang namasami anuttaro. By wisdom and conduct he is unrivaled. An unrivaled one is he in the world. In this world he is revered as an incomparable one. That incomparable one I salute. Sarathi Sattarathi Deva Yolo Kassa Susarathi Sarathi Pujalo Kasmin Tang Namasami Sarathi. A charioteer. A charioteer is he of Devas. He is a charioteer to the world. He is a respectful charioteer in this world. That charioteer I salute. Devayakha manusanam loke agga phalang dadang tang damayang tanang puresa janyate namo. To devas, yakhas, and men in this world, he gives the highest fruits, and they subdue their defilements. To the knower of men, my homage be. Bhagava yukto bhaggang kilesa vahato bhaggang samsara muttaro Bhagava namate namo. The Blessed One is replete with fortune. He has destroyed all passions. He has crossed the ocean of samsara. To that Bhagava, my homage be. We also have many other stanzas, many other suttas where the Buddha's qualities are being appreciated, reflected. One of the most popular chanting by the Buddhist monks is the Attavisati Buddha Vandana, homage to the 28 Buddhas. I hope this can also help you concentrate better on the Buddhas. How these 28 Buddhas, all these Buddhas in the past, in the present, and in the future, we can think of all these Buddhas and pay respect to them all. And again, one of the most important recollections is the Buddhānussati, bhavana, meditation on the Buddha, contemplation on the Buddha, one of the four chaturaraka, four protective meditations we call. Why it is called protective? Because it protects you from unfriendly beings, from unfriendly emotions. It makes you comfortable person. It makes you confident person. And also it protects you, your mind. So it is called Chaturaraka for protective meditations. I would like to recite this Buddhanussati Bhavana today so that you can practice more on this Buddhanussati, your contemplation on the Buddha. Buddhanussati mittacha asubhang maranasati ඉතිමා චතුරාර්යකා භික්ඛු භාවේය සීලවා අනන්ත විත්තාර ගුණං ගුණතෝ නුස්සරං මුනිං භාවේය බුද්ධිමා භික්ඛු බුද්ධානුස්සති මාදිතෝ සවාසනේ කිලේසේසු ඒකෝ සබ්බේ නිඝාතිය අහෝ සුසුද්ධ සංතානෝ පෝජානං ච සදාරහෝ සබ්බ කාල ගතේ ධම්මේ සබ්බේ සම්මාසයං මුනි සබ්බාකාරේන බුද්ධිත්වා ඒකෝ සබ්බං යුතං ගතෝ විපස්සනාදි විජ්ජාහි සීලාදි චරණේච සුසමිද්ධේහි සංපන්නෝ ගගනාභේහි නායකෝ සම්මාගතෝ සුභංඨානං අමෝඝ වචනෝචසෝ තිවිධස්සාපි ලෝකස්ස ඥාතා නිරවසේ සතෝ අනේකේහි ගුණෝගේහි සබ්බ සත්තුත්තමෝ අහෝ අනේකේහි උපායේහි නරදං මේ දමේසිච්ච ඒකෝ සබ්බස්ස ලෝකස්ස සබ්බ සත්තානුසාසකෝ භාග්‍යයිස්සරියාදීනං ගුණානං පරමෝනිධි පඤ්ඤාස්ස සබ්බ ධම්මේසු කරුණා සබ්බ ජන්තුසු අත්තත්තානං පරත්තානං සාධිකා ගුණජෙට්ඨිකා දයාය පාරමී චිත්වා පඤ්ඤායත්තාන මුද්ධරි උද්ධරි සබ්බ ධම්මේච දයායන් ඤේච උද්ධරි දිස්සමානෝ පිතාවස්ස රූපකායෝ අචින්තියෝ අසාධාරණ ඥානට්ඨේ ධම්මකායේ කතාවකාති. Reflection on the Buddha, loving kindness, loathsome nature of everything and nature of death. A virtuous disciple should practice these fourfold protective contemplations, always contemplating on the infinite and pervasive virtues of the Buddha. An understanding disciple should reflect as follows: that the Buddha alone has destroyed all defilements, revealing an extremely pure mind always deserving adoration. That the Buddha has rightly realized in all their aspects matters relating to all times and has attained supreme enlightenment entirely through his own efforts. The eightfold knowledge, such as vipassana, and the charanas, such as sila, these are qualities the Buddha is endowed with, as extensive as the sky. that the Buddha has rightly gone to the blissful state. He is endowed with fruitful speech. He has known the three worlds, sensual, fine material, and formless, in their entirety. That the Buddha has become supreme among all beings by his manifold qualities. He has by various means subdued those who should be subdued. That the Buddha is a great teacher to the entire world. He is a noble treasure of qualities such as fortune and prosperity. That the Buddha's wisdom is all pervasive and his compassion extends to all beings. He is he is a benefactor unto himself and others. He is supreme in all qualities. That the Buddha elevated himself by the wisdom gained through the perfections, by preaching the doctrine in all its aspects, and elevated others through his compassion. It is impossible to visualize the Buddha even in physical form. How much more inconceivable is his Dhammakaya doctrinal body of unique wisdom. This is the Buddhānussati meditation that we can focus. And when we think of this Buddha qualities, the noble virtues of the Buddha, our heart becomes pure, our mind becomes more alert and energetic, and then we can complete the rest of our meditation. Please contemplate on the noble qualities of the Buddha. Even one quality of the Buddha will be very helpful. For example, just Arahant, Arahant, Arahant. That is worthy of being respected and homage. Buddha has completely eradicated all defilements. The noble, perfectly enlightened Samma Sambuddha, the Blessed One, is not doing any mistake, anything wrong, even in secret. Therefore, my utmost respect is paid to the Blessed One, the Buddha, the Samma Sambuddha, the Arahant person. When we think of these Buddha qualities, even one quality of the Buddha, we can feel the energy of the Buddha. Buddha has passed away many years ago, but his noble qualities, the power of the Buddha, the nature of the Buddha are still there. The Buddha nature is still there. The Buddha qualities are still there. Therefore, we can always practice Buddhānussati to make our meditation, to have a strong foundation to our meditation, to start our meditation in a more positive and more energetic manner. One more thing I want you to pay attention to. Some people practice meditation and then they have situations where they find it so complex and so confused. Sometimes you feel possessed by some evil forces. Therefore, I would say, think of the Buddha and you will feel better. you will feel comfortable, you will feel safe in your meditation. So starting with the Buddhānussati can bring you perfect happiness, perfect refuge, and perfect foundation for a stronger, powerful, and protective meditation session afterwards. With that, we conclude our session today with the Buddhānussati. I would like to invite you to keep your palms together close to your heart and say 3 times Sadhu, Sadhu, Sadhu. Thank you everyone for joining our Buddhānussati meditation session today, this morning, Sunday morning. And we would like to invite all of you to join our future Sunday morning Dhamma talks and sessions that we share. We invite Mahasangha members from different countries in the world to share their wisdom to benefit all of you every Sunday. And we also invite other lay disciples, lay practitioners, and scholars to share their wisdom for the benefit of all of you on Thursday 6 p.m. We've seen many wonderful uh, Mahasangha members. Today is the 46th week, so you can take a look at our future, our past Dhamma sharings by the monastic Sangha. And on Thursday, we have the lay scholars and practitioners. We also invite all of you, if you are interested in sharing the Dhamma with us, please send us an email, contact us. We would like to invite you also to share the Dhamma for the benefit of the many. And on every Friday, we have Pali class. If you want to learn the Pali language, the Buddha's language, um, you will be able to read the Pali Suttas all by yourself. We want to train you to learn, understand the Pali Suttas by yourself. And we have 3 levels of classes already. Friday is the level 1 class. Saturday we have level 2 and level 3 classes. And more to come later on with Dhamma USA. We would like to invoke blessings upon all of you today. By the power of the Buddha Dhamma Sangha, may you all be well, happy, healthy, safe wherever you are. May all your near and dear ones, your parents, your siblings, your spouse, your children, your family members, friends and relatives, teachers and elders, may all of them be well, happy, healthy, safe. May you all be well, happy, healthy, safe. May all your departed ones also share this merit. Be well, happy, healthy, safe wherever they are. May all your neighbors, may all your community members, may all your countrymen, may all sentient beings in the world, including Devas, Brahmas, in the celestial realms, and all the other sentient beings in the lower realms, and all humans, all men and all women, all children and all elders, all sentient beings, skybound, earthbound, waterbound, all sentient beings, seen and unseen, near and far, strong and weak, long and short. May all of them be well, happy, healthy, safe. Sabbe sattha bhavantu sukhitatta. With that, we conclude today. Thank you so much for joining and wish you a wonderful Sunday today and an effective and fruitful week ahead. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.